Hello, welcome back to Cassette Confessions. In this video, we're looking at Troublesome Trucks and Other Stories from 1986. Continuing with Series 1, we have 9 episodes. And again, I've owned this since 1997, so yes. So let's not be around the bush and let's get to it. So the packaging's changed, of course. We've got this nice green, faded green type style or colour pattern, or what you call it. Make it a bit nice and bold. You have the titles of the show itself, a picture of Thomas's train in the middle, which is quite interesting, and on the bottom we have this lovely marker font saying Storytime Ringstein bold in black and red, actually, and it's pretty good, and it just, it's again released set in 1986, later in 1986 this is, so I'm not too sure if the first one had a similar artwork, maybe like a blue or something, or just maybe them two. I don't know. I don't know if that was a thing really back in those days. But yes. But anyway, so let's go for the content, of course. Well, there's nothing really new about the packaging. I talk about the packaging, of course. There's nothing really else. Mine came in like a clear plastic case, so there's nothing really new about that. So, no black casing, no anything like that. Just standard, clear plastic case. Like you usually get sometimes. Well, most of the time, really. But let's move on to the episode content, or the video content, really. This time we have the Ace 8695 one screen, still no ident, strangely, and we just come on to the 9 episodes, of course. So we start with Troublesome Trucks, great story, really enjoy that one. The music I love. I mean, Len James's Triumph theme is brilliant. I love it's very, it's dated as hell, but it's fantastic. I love it. Like I said before, the music, of course, in the 80s, of course, with Series 1 and 2, is brilliant. It's very good, interesting, good stuff. So I really enjoy that one. James Express follows up that one next, and again, another classic. I do like that story. I do. Like the first two go together nicely. Continues on with From James and the Coaches. A nice little trilogy to carry on, really. So that's good. And then we got Thomas and the Guard. One of my least favourite episodes from the series. It just doesn't really do anything. Again, it's filler, not one of my favourites at all. I mean, people tend to rank it down as one of the least favourites of that series very much, so I don't blame them actually. I just don't really. It's not an episode I'm really that in. And it's not one of my favourites really. But I don't know, it's filler really. So we start to see a bit of a letdown of in great content wise. From. The first 10 episodes, of course, from Series 1 are great. Come to number 11, it's a bit of a nosedive, it is. Then we come to Thomas Goes Fishing, instant classic, another one, brilliant, that is, quite interesting stuff, interesting, very, quite visually. I do like the scene, of course, that's quite interesting. You actually have an actual bucket coming out and, a simple effect, but it's wonderful. The editing on that is actually quite good, for that one particular scene when they start fishing off the bridge. Then we've got Thomas Terrence in the Snow. Again, another classic, very good episodes, for wintry scenes and everything else, and the music, of course, shines through. That winter theme, that is wonderful. That is, it's very, I don't know, it has a weird sort of style to it, but I love it. It's, again, I love it, like having, hearing that sort of isolated, it's very good. I mean, people try to replicate it, sometimes it does all right, sometimes it does best, who knows, but again, visually, it's great, of course. But the music just takes over and it's like the music is great. It's a standout piece of the episode. And then we got on Thomas and Bertie, of course. Again, another one. Again, music as well. The race, the race theme or the race music itself. Again, really good, of course. But it's a really good episode. I do really like Thomas and Bertie. It's a good story, that is. And then we come on to again another nosedive, of course, with tenors and turntables. Not really the best episode. I really don't think it's not a great one. The only good bit about it is that scene with James on the turntable when the wind's blowing him all up like a top, really, and that's really made it stand out piece very much. Nothing really adds to it at all. Anything else really, but it's just there really. Same with Trouble in the Shed. It's like you sort of go back to these and you think, well, that was really good as it used to be. It's quite a shame. Introduces Percy, of course, but doesn't do anything else. There's nothing really else to do with that, of course. And then finally, Percy runs away. It's decent enough, really, but it's it's like it's just there, really. Them three sort of like saw this let this VHS down a little bit. Same with Thomas and the Guard, very much so. Who knows? But I just don't know. Bit of sort of like a little less opinionated downward spiral, very much at the end of this video. But it's alright. It's still alright VHS. Not the best since for the first one, but who knows? So that's Troublesome Trucks and Other Stories from 1986, and that's alright video. Very much. No, I don't really go back and watch that video. You don't really go back to that, so you think like it's an all-time classic. Some people do. Some people think it's like the best VHS ever. Fair enough. For me, it's just like, it's just there really, to be honest. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next video. See ya.